The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
An intriguing girls basketball game on tap tonight in Henry Clay. Hi, I'm Chris Labar along with former Blue Devil himself, Rick Reams. It's great to have you here. This is a pivotal matchup, Rick, inside this district standing.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas, they lost a game earlier this year on December the 12th to this Henry Clay team. They've got to come in here. You've got to get that evened up so you can, as you said, just pivotal matchup. You've got to get that district win to get good seeding in the postseason. JV
game ongoing. The varsity game we expect to tip at 7:30. Douglas 8-4. Henry Clay at 10-3. And this Blue Devil team seem like they've been building towards this season.
They have. They've really, we saw them last year. They had little spurts of some really good things going on, but they just couldn't finish the deal, Chris. But this year they've been able to do that, to get that 10-3 mark on a 4-game winning streak. You know, they've lead this series against Douglas 8-6, but they're going tonight for the first time to win back-to-back games against Douglas since 2020.
You'll hear from Coach Gerard a little bit later in our pregame, and she talks about the balance, Rick, that this team has, and unquestionably that is their greatest strength.
And that's what you want. You have 6 or 7 players that are kind of interchangeable. You don't have that one person, that one that you're looking for to score all the time. And that is so important in the game of basketball these days, is to have so many players that are obviously, you can't just guard one. You're going to have to guard the entire team.
So Douglas comes in at 8-4, and they've won, 4 games in a row now. And this team, a little bit up and down, but boy, oh boy, they've got a lot of firepower, especially in the backcourt.
Oh, they do. I mean, if you want to look at Nia Rhodes, he's just everything, 18.3 points a game. And Kate Baker, who's just kind of a steady factor back there. Kate Baker came off a game last week with a double-double, 19 points, 10 assists. Really good backcourt. Coach Mobberly, you're going to hear in the interview, it's interesting. He talks about how young this team is, and we forget that. We saw them last year at Rupp Arena. We thought they were an older team there. They lost one player off that team, but they're still a young team.
Got Nia Rhodes, over 1,000 career points. Also, senior Ayanna Darrington also eclipsing 1,000. Those two players, perhaps all the notoriety. But how about freshman Jaylene Knowles, 13 points, and as she's gotten more minutes, she's been more productive.
I tell you what, we've watched her play. We watched her play last year as an 8th grader, and we're just impressive. And I think what you're seeing with her is confidence, confidence, confidence. Last year she looked a little bit scared out there on the court. Now she knows she belongs.
A great one. We thank you for joining us tonight. Frederick Douglas and Henry Clay up next. Rick will catch up with 4th-year head coach DJ Mobberly of the Broncos in that conversation on the way back from Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cartown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you.
Rick Reams with Glycod here at Henry Clay High School with Coach DJ Mobberly of Douglas. Coach, you took your girls down to Carolina for the holiday tournament. 3 games down there. Tell me a little bit about what your thinking is when you do something like that with these girls, take them on a trip.
Well, for one, it was our first time, me being here 4 years in the program. It was my first time actually really taking a trip out of town with my girls. And they enjoyed it. I just wanted them to get out and see a little bit different, what was out there. We was looking for a competitive tournament, and it was really, we got what we wanted down there, actually. So overall, it was a good experience for us.
You come back the other night, big victory over Sayre. Let's talk a little bit about what your team got out of that tournament and how that kind of transferred into that game.
Right. I think as a whole, I think it brought us more together as a team. I think we were struggling in that department at first. I think now the girls they're meshing a little bit better now, really well now. They know each other. So I felt like it was a good team bonding experience for us. Got us playing harder. I think it made us accept the fact that what we don't do good and what we do good. I think we're starting to see that now. And fairly, like I said, we still have a young team. Like I tell people all the time, I'm working with 2 seniors right now. But overall, like I said, we got better as a whole as a team down there.
You're facing a Henry Clay team. Came over to your place December the 12th, beat you by 6. Tell me, first of all, what did you learn about their team at that game?
Play relentless. They're going to play hard. I seen the determination in their eyes. They kept fighting that game. We didn't. So I knew that they was going to try to compete all 4 quarters. I knew that, and our girls wasn't prepared.
What do you attribute that to?
I think lack of focus. I will say that I feel like we had Henry Clay went on a run at the end of the 3rd quarter, and I feel like we kind of was starstruck a little bit. They hit us in the mouth. Started the 4th quarter. We laid down. Started turning the ball over. Crucial rebounds that we missed. It was probably about 3-4 possessions where Henry Clay got the rebound. They probably had the ball a good 3-4 minutes just getting second chances down there, and rebound after rebound. They wanted it more. They played harder than us, boxed us out, and they got some key possessions and made some big shots down at the end.
You probably already answered my question, but what is different tonight? What has to be different tonight?
I think tonight is just that you gotta accept the fact that every night you step on the court that you're beatable. You got a target on your back. Everybody wants to be successful. Like I told them girls, we worked hard. We got successful last year. But at the end of the day, everybody else is still working hard too. So y'all gotta understand that. I think tonight, I think we will play harder than we have been before. We will share the ball more tonight as a team. We will rebound more, And we'll fight tonight. We'll fight more than what we did. I feel like what we did, they're good. I feel like we put up a good first half, but then after that, I feel like they punched us in the mouth and we laid down.
Last question. Is a loss ever good?
No, it's not. But, you know, like I always, I mean, my schedule, if you look at my schedule, I mean, I'm not here for wins and losses. I'm here to try to compete and get my girls better. I'm not here for a personal accolade, trying to get Coach of the Year and try to schedule some of these cupcake games that some of these coaches do around the state. So it's good that we took an L early because I feel like we learn from this. We grow from this rather than late and not knowing what to do. You know, we lose a game that late. So now we focusing on how to put the game together and actually win it. When we up, how to put the game together and winning the game.
Well, Coach, excited to see you play tonight.
Thanks
for coming out. Appreciate it. See you.
Thank you, man.
We'll be right back on Glide Cod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you. By donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. 8 minutes ahead of tip between Frederick Douglass and the Henry Clay Blue Devils. Now tonight's keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. Rick, what is most important for both these teams?
You heard Coach Mobberly talking. I love what he said about his team, how they got smacked in the mouth and they didn't come back. And so tonight, Henry Clay, they're going to have to handle pressure because I know Coach Mobberly has this team fired up, come out and put pressure all over the court. And then Henry Clay, they have to control the tempo. I'm not saying they have to slow the game down. They have to play the game they want to play. If they want to run up and down the court, they've got to be the ones that make that happen. If you're Douglas, you heard Coach Mobberly talked about it. He said they got destroyed on the boards the last time they played. They have to rebound on both ends of the court. And then if this game gets close, Chris, at the end, Henry Clay's only shooting 61% from the free throw line. Your Coach Mobberly and his assistant coaches have to understand that. You have to have players out there that you know that you want to foul for Henry Clay. Put them on the free throw line and make them win this game there.
Ashley Gerard having a great season for Henry Clay. She's in her third year, 63% winning percentage here. And we'll chat with her when we come right back. It's Frederick Douglass, Henry Clay, just about 7 minutes from live basketball on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With fast signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
An intriguing high school girls basketball matchup tonight at Henry Clay as the Blue Devils host Frederick Douglass. Ashley Gerard, coach of Clay, joins me. And Coach, it looks like you guys have really been building towards this season, off to a great start.
Yes, just working on accomplishing the little things, blocking out, trying to take care of the ball, minimize our turnovers, and just do what we do well. Get that down, stick to doing what we do well.
A lot of experience. So many of these players have been a part of this program for a while now. As a head coach, how comforting is that?
Oh, it's very comforting. It's comforting, like I said, when you're playing in big games like this. Yeah, it's a district game. Some people might say, oh, it ain't that big. No, it's a big game. And especially when you're playing, top teams in the state, which we have quite a few on our on our schedule. They've been, those kids have been here before. I actually have 7 seniors. 2 are injured right now. But having that experience goes a long way, and it helps with the younger kids that we have, because we have, as you know, the 7th grader that plays quite a bit of minutes. Then actually I have a couple of freshmen that play quite a bit also, so that's very comforting.
3-0 in the district, including a 12-point win on the farm last month. What do you expect tonight from this Douglas bunch?
Oh, I know they're going to be ready to go. They got something to prove, just as we got something to prove. As I told our girls, people probably saying, hey, it's a fluke. So you need to go out here and prove to them that you deserve the 1 seed in the district. And, just stick to the same thing that you stuck to there. Don't give up. That's one thing I will, commend our girls on, is their will to fight. Even down, they going to keep pushing. And that's what happened that game. But tonight, like I told them, I don't want to be behind. You do the little stuff that we've practiced. Blocking out is huge. Blocking out. So we're at home. Hopefully, shoot better at home. We didn't shoot that well when we played them. So it should be a fun game. It should be up and down match.
And you've got a lot of balance, Coach. Is that maybe one of the strengths of your team?
Oh, it definitely is one of our strengths. I always tell them, find the mismatch. We're a team full of guards. So, like I tell them, there's not many teams out there that have 5 guards on the floor usually at all times. And I said, of course, it's going to be a mismatch on the other end. But that's why you got to play hard. You got to play fast. You got to, be smart. But that is definitely a strength, to our team of having, that team full of guards. They penetrate, they kick. As I tell them, if you came to my team and you wanted to average 25 points, you're on the wrong team, because everybody on my team can score. Mm-hmm. Any given night, Stone might have 20. Miller might have 20. Johnson might have 20. My 7th grader might have 20. It's like you said, it's really balanced. And getting them to believe in that, that was the first thing we talked about. It's not, if you're not, being a team, you don't want to be a team player, and you won't be as scoring and all of this leading and all of it, this ain't where we need to be. We're trying to get to Rupp. That's all we're trying to get to, and with the pieces that we have.
And we'll be right back on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back live to Henry Clay High School in Lexington now for a look at the starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Opening doors for Frederick Douglass. Usual contestants of Rhodes, Knowles, Baker, and Darrington. And actually, McKaylee Bennett will not get the start. Instead, it will be Amaya Maxwell of the 5. Rhodes leading Douglass at 18 points per game. Very seasoned quintet for Henry Clay. You heard Coach Gerard talk about 7 seniors on the roster. And Emily Johnson, 5'8 senior, averaging 9 points a game. A lot of balance with the fellow senior Miller at 10 points. Allie Stone, a third, fourth-year player, averaging 11 points per ball game. So the Broncos and Blue Devils to tip the officials. JT Taylor leading the trio. He'll be joined by Wallace Brooks and Chris Ray. If Henry Clay wins this one, they will certainly have the upper hand with the number 1 seed in the 42nd District Tournament coming up in March, which ironically will be held at Henry Clay. And we are off and running as Douglass will handle it with number 4, junior Nia Rhodes, their leading scorer at 18 a game, to handle it up top.
Henry Clay's coming out man-to-man.
Rhodes, nice find underneath, and Maxwell off the mark. 5'6 senior Tamari Miller will handle it now. Sutton, top of the key for Henry Clay as Douglass. Rick starts in a 2-3.
Yeah, actually going, looks like 3-2 here, so they're trying to take those. We talked about 5 guards. They're trying to play to that.
Allie Stone lost the handle. Rhodes uncorks a jumper and gets it to go just inside the arc.
Tell you what, she has range from anywhere, and this is what we talked about, tempo.
Henry Clay in the open floor. Sutton unwinds it. It's off the clock, and the rebound corralled by freshman Jaylee Knowles, who's having just a fantastic year as a 9th grader, plowing through, and a foul underneath.
That's something that's already different that I see this year. I've not seen her play this year, but she took that from one end of the court to the other off the rebound. Last year, she just wasn't as comfortable doing that. This year, she took it right to the basket.
Foul underneath on Henry Clay as the Broncos inbound. There's Baker. Baker, nice pass underneath, and the shot off the mark after an Ariana Sutton Henry Clay foul for their 2nd of this opening quarter.
Yeah, got that nice pass into Darrington. Wasn't able to put it in. Is going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. An 80% free throw shooter, the Central Michigan commit.
Coach Gerard talking about the critical importance of rebounding, and anytime you're playing opposite Darrington, that is a big focal point.
Absolutely. She had 11 rebounds the other night, and we've seen her throughout the years just really getting on the boards.
See how Henry Clay does against the press as it's extended a bit. Just underway is Miller, a nice Euro, and gets it to trickle home.
Yeah, really good job breaking that press, finding the middle, leaving Darrington wide open underneath for the layup.
Darrington with a quick 2 the other way as both teams exchange field goals. And a turnover, a live ball turnover as Rhodes could not hang on, and then overzealously commits a foul in backcourt.
Yeah, couldn't get that rebound after Knowles made the steal, but then kind of committed a silly foul there. You don't want to commit those fouls early on in this game.
First team Bronco foul. And already you see the defensive intensity picking up. Miller, temporary fast break, and she's called for a plow.
Yeah, that's one of those, you've got to get your feet underneath you, make a jump stop. Had a wide open layup there, just ran right through Darrington. Good job by Darrington to pick up that charge.
So Miller off the floor with her 2nd foul.
Yeah, that's tough. Most coaches will not put her back in until the 3rd quarter.
We'll see how Coach Gerard plays it on that far sideline. Knowles working opposite Nelson. There's a corner 3 that's swished in for Kate Baker.
Yeah, Kate Baker's had a little slow start to the year, but picked it up the other night and a steal there.
And a big live ball turnover. This one off, and another foul as Darrington bulldozing her way to the basket.
Yeah, really good start from this Douglas team. And I think Coach Gerard talked about it. She said that Douglas is going to be ready to play. And, boy, right now they are ready to play.
Blue Devils going to call a quick 30-second timeout. 8-2 Broncos. Back after this on Glycod.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Darrington gets the free throw to rattle in as the lead now grows to 9-2. And Darrington now 2 of 4 from the foul line as the rebound is snared by Amaria Sims of Henry Clay that just checked in. She spells on the floor, and we're going to have a Bronco foul.
Rhodes got her second foul. She's going over to Coach Mobberly saying, don't take me out. I'm okay. But I tell you what, you get 2 fouls in just over 2 minutes in the first quarter. It's going to be tough to keep her in.
It's Coach Mobberly wearing a bow tie
Yeah,
over
he's
there.
looking sharp tonight. He didn't have that on in the interview. He surprised us and jumped that out after the JV game.
Well, it is Friday night, after all, as Clay operating in the half court. And you get the sense this is a critical sequence for them as they already trail by 7.
Yeah, they're going to have to pass over that zone and try to find an opening in the middle.
Lydia Van Meter is on the floor. She handled it far sideline. First sub off the bench for Clay. Now Van Meter again. Nice skip in the corner. Sutton, number 1, triggers a 3. It's long, and the long rebound corralled by Van Meter. And Clay will recycle.
Coach Mobberly's not pleased about that. He talked about that. They have got to get on the boards.
Allie Stone, leading scorer at 11 points per game, number 10. She'll handle it right now.
Yeah, they're playing this 3-2, and Knowles is coming out high to trap some, but she can't leave too often.
Sutton inside the soft spot, lofts it long. Van Meter again, an offensive rebound. Now Van Meter, a corner 3 off, and finally Broncos vacuum in the rebound as Kate Baker rifles it up to freshman Jaylee Knowles. +7 are the Broncos, and Knowles coughed it up as Sutton, the senior, lofts it short.
Great defense by
Got
Baker.
It back.
Yes.
Slides in.
I tell you what, that's just stick-to-itness there. Do not give up on the play. Get that ball, put it in the basket.
Ariana Sutton, her first field goal. That will slice a 7-point deficit down to 5 with just over 4 minutes in this first quarter.
Yeah, Knowles on the last possession made a freshman mistake. She took that ball too far in dribbling.
That's a 15 Henry Clay foul whistled up top on Lydia Van Meter. 2 Bronco subs coming in.
Rhodes did not get her wish. She's going to have to come out for right now. Be interesting to see what happens, how long they keep her on the bench, and what Coach Mobberly loves is increase this lead and not have to put her back in.
That Ella Bolden, 5'9" senior, in for Douglas as Bennett checks in as well. McKaylee Bennett. Jaylee Knowles, 1 more free throw is the lead stationed at 5. And another offensive rebound. It's going to trickle right to Van Meter that scooped it up. Van Meter down the hill, and Knowles deflects it out.
Yeah, good defense there. Good job by Van Meter, though. Take that ball to the basket. See what happens. A lot of times you get a foul on that.
Lofted in no man's land, if you will, and Sutton able to lasso. 17-footer straight away. Sutton a little bit short with that. And McKaylee Bennett, far sideline, scoops it up for the Broncos.
Yeah, they have Knowles really running a point forward there.
Now Baker roams baseline.
Oh.
Some contact from Stone from behind, no whistle.
A lot of contact there.
Here's the 7th grader, the very impressive Tamia Wade, number 4, just underneath us.
7th grade is amazing.
11-point season high versus Cal. She is so athletic. In the post entry, going to be dug out of there. Excellent defensive play by the Broncos. And Bolden up ahead for the shot that's off. And the follow from Darrington draws a Henry Clay foul.
Tell you what, Kate Baker could have 3 or 4 assists right now. Douglas is having a little trouble getting those layups in, but boy, right now they're controlling this tempo. They're playing at the pace they want to play at.
Darrington now 3 of 5 from the foul line. An 80% foul shooter on the season. Coach Gerard coaching up one of her student athletes, far sideline, and the lead now at 7 for Douglas.
This is exactly how Douglas wanted this game to start, and they're again putting a lot of pressure on the backcourt.
Van Meter 0 for 1 from out there, but this one knocks in.
Nice shot, got her feet set, was able to get behind the three-point arc and put the ball in.
That's Lydia's 17th made 3 of the season, tops for Henry Clay. Darrington, clever shot, got her own rebound, and Van Meter the opposite 21, the other way for Clay. A 3 in the air, out, everything but the basket. And Bolden trying to ignite the break to Baker. Knowles, the freshman, lofts it long. And a foul underneath.
Yeah, Bennett tried the 3, didn't get it. Knowles got the rebound and got the ball underneath. Right now, Knowles, she missed the last free throws. Need to go out there. 62% free throw shooter. Needs to get this ball in the basket.
Seven free throw attempts already in the quarter for Douglas.
Yeah, Jaylee Knowles shoots a very, very flat free throw, which is good if it goes in, but it makes it hard to get a bounce if you don't put any arc on that ball.
Second one up and in again, so Jaylee Knowles increases the lead to 6. Just over 2 minutes left in this opening quarter. And it's behind Miller in the open floor, and the Broncos with another live ball turnover. And Knowles a little bit out of sorts there. There's Stone and racing from behind to poke it away out of bounds is Bennett, the sophomore.
I tell you what, Bennett, she's really, really quick. She did that a lot last year, was just kind of a role player, but boy, she has a lot of speed to burn out there.
And Kate Baker knocks it out of bounds.
Great job by Baker. She's really, really, she's one of those I love to watch because she thinks the game. You know, she anticipated that pass and was there almost to intercept it and also almost knocked it off the Henry Clay player's hands.
Miller scoops in the corner. There is Van Meter. Both these teams come in on 4-game win streaks. Henry Clay last loss December 21 versus Cal in the White Girl Maggard Ortho Holiday Classic. Scoop shot off from tight spaces for Allie Stone. And Baker, outlet pass to number 11, McKaylee Bennett for the Broncos.
Yeah, they need to keep their eyes open. Darrington's really working hard. She's got a mismatch in there. Wants that ball, and boy, when she gets in there, it's hard to stop her.
Slung to the ground and a foul on Wade, and Darrington back to the foul line for 2.
Tell you what, she was hurt early on last year, and this team really took off when she was able to come back. They have some injuries still on this team this year. Talked about how young they were, but I tell you what, Darrington, Baker, Rhodes, really, really good players, steadying force for this team.
Such nice form on her free throws. The lead now increases to a touchdown. And Henry Clay will bring back Ariana Sutton, the 5'2 junior. The lead now at 8. Here's the near side double team, and Bennett again with her mitts on it.
I tell you what, Chris, you can't dribble over here to the side and then pick the ball up against a double team there. You've got to circle that ball around and be smart with that ball. That was almost another turnover.
Nice converging opposite Nelson. Nelson back outside. Sutton heaves a 3. Clay's had a couple of good looks from out there that haven't gone down. Long
nice
outlet
look.
pass. It sure was, as Knowles runs the floor and back for a foul on Ariana Sutton.
I tell you what, Darrington's doing everything that right now. A long two-handed chest pass all the way down. You talked about a touchdown earlier. That was a touchdown right down there to Knowles to get to the basket and to get 2 more free throws.
With increased minutes has come increased production for Knowles. Really a bit player last year as an 8th grader. She's got more opportunity. She's taken full advantage in her 9th grade year.
Yeah, she's very comfortable out there on the court. One to watch for the future for sure.
Rebound brought down by Allie Stone as the lead now to game high 9. Up and in, nice entry as Tamari Miller kissed it home.
Yeah, nice pass, way to take the ball to the basket.
Miller with 4, averaging 10 on the years. The Broncos bring it around to Bennett. And now Jaylee Knowles as Douglas in the half court without Nia Rhodes, who's on the bench with 2 early fouls. And a shot in for Knowles.
Tell you what, she is just a difference maker right now.
With 16 left. And Baker just a little late trying to get to that pass. It'll be the Broncos' 3rd team foul.
You know, Coach Mobberly's frustrated, but I tell you what, that's a hustle foul, and I can live with those. She did a really good job trying to get to that ball, but boy, I tell you what, this Douglas team's really come out with a purpose tonight.
Under 6 seconds left in the opening quarter. Miller doesn't see it. Shot not off in time, and that's going to close quarter number 1. 8 minutes in the books. 18-9. Frederick Douglass leads on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Broncos doubling up. Henry Clay 18-9 as we welcome you back. Chris LeBar along with former Blue Devil Rick Reams. A really good start by this Bronco bunch.
And this is what Coach Mobberly, I'm sure, wanted. You know, you can talk about that the revenge is not a factor or anything, but you remember when you get beaten bad on your home court, and they remember that, and what do? You want to come and return the favor. Right now, they're controlling the tempo. They need to work a little bit on the rebounds. They got Darrington a little bit time to rest, but she's back in. And I tell you what, between Darrington, Knowles, and Baker, they've really been strong tonight.
Stone beneath us here in a really nice crowd here on this near sideline for girls high school basketball. Big 42nd district matchup. Offensive rebound, freeing up Stone for a 3. And there is Ayanna Darrington, number 21, to claim the loose ball.
Yeah, she got just a rest there at the end and then gets the ball to Baker, who has a nice shot.
Now, if she's making threes, this Bronco team's tough to beat.
Yeah, this team can make it back to Rupp Arena without a doubt. And they're doing this right now without Rhodes, who has 2 fouls. He's their highest scorer.
Perhaps a shuffle from Miller with no whistle, and Baker again trying to grow this Bronco lead. They already lead by 12. Now Bennett in the seam. Perhaps a pass.
She's going to say, that was a pass, Coach. That was not a shot. So give me an assist, not a try.
In the informal scorecard, that could be an assist and a 14-point Douglas lead. Stone pulls the trigger. I think Clay needs to slow things down a bit as they try to regroup.
Yeah, we talked about it. They have got to control this tempo, and you do not want to get into this type of game with Douglas, or you'll see what's happened right now.
Nelson well long on that three, and Darrington retrieves the loose ball for the Broncos up to Kate Baker, who's made 2 threes in this first half.
Nice look.
Darrington volleys it up. 2 more.
Yeah. Coach Pruitt always accused me of doing that on purpose to get both a rebound and a shot attempt and a basket.
32nd Henry Clay timeout. We will join them. 16-point Douglas lead. Back after this.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Broncos with 7 straight to start the second quarter, and the lead now grows to a game-high 16 after a second Henry Clay timeout. Running the floor was Sims. It just could not hang on to that pass.
Yeah, that was a really nice opportunity there, but as you said, just could not hang on to it. And I tell you what, Henry Clay just cannot have empty possessions at this point. And Henry Clay's coaching staff is kind of throwing their hands up in the air right now, trying to figure out what's going on.
Post entry, Darrington perhaps should not have put that ball on the floor. It finds Baker in the corner. 5'5" sophomore, number 0, Reagan Gregonis will handle it for the Broncos. Now Bennett circumventing this half-court offense. Baker, high lofter. And Darrington to claim. There's Gregonis going in and going to have a first foul of this quarter on Henry Clay.
Yeah, Coach Gerard talked in your interview, Chris, about finding the mismatch. Well, right now, Douglas has found the mismatch. Henry Clay has no one that can control Darrington right now inside.
Possession underneath for the Broncos. Baker inside the arc, and the mid-range jumper going for her tonight.
Yeah, good job. If you can take that ball from the outside into there, you're a threat on both ends.
Baker now with 8. And back for 2 is Tamari Miller, her 6th point. She's got 6 of Henry Clay's 11. Darrington back for the bunny.
Just does not get back. Henry Clay has got to get back down the court right now. Really frustrated over there on the sidelines.
15 unofficially for Darrington, already above her average. Sims plows her way, and the whistle will stop, and a foul cited on Ella Bolden of Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, we saw Miller get 2 fouls early on, but Henry Clay, they can't afford to have her out, so she's back in the game. The one thing that Douglas has going for them is Rhodes. She's over there holding her head. She wants to get back in this game, but she's got 2 fouls. They're in no hurry to get her back in with an 18-point lead.
Mari Sims, 5'9", junior. 12 points, season high in their win at Danville last Saturday. Won that game despite Rick only 1 of 14 from three-point land.
Tell you what, that's a tough way to win. This is what we talked about, though. She's only a 27% free throw shooter, so you've got to bend deep and get this ball in the basket.
Nice form on that one.
Yeah.
Friendly roll. Henry Clay brings on, Elizabeth Nelson back on, 5'10", senior, number 11. And she's going to greet Baker right at half court.
Yeah, sometimes if you're going to play against a team that wants to pressure, you put pressure on, and that's what they're going to their 2-3 zone.
Baker long with that in the corner, and the rebound secured by Wade, her second stint for Henry Clay in this opening half. Miller pitches one up. That's the third good look that just has bounced off the iron for Clay.
Yeah, she had her feet a little sideways there. Square up and get that ball in the basket.
Nice entry, and it's stolen by Nelson. Blue Devils trying to carve their way back as we near the 4-minute mark of this first half. There's Wade rifling it above Sutton, and a turnover.
Yeah, sometimes that pressure gets to you, and you don't even think about this, but now Douglas is just bringing players in left and right, coming back in with Jaylee Knowles, who have set out this whole quarter, so she's going to be rested and ready to go.
Coach Mobberly told you about the benefits of a loss, and perhaps that setback will fuel this Bronco team in the latter stages of winter as Henry Clay commits a foul.
I thought it was interesting also, you have a lot of these players coming back, but he talked about the fact he thought they grew closer when they were in South Carolina, and that's what he wanted to do, and I think you're seeing that on the court tonight.
Number 34, don't have her on our player roster, at least on our underneath version. That free throw is off. Lead stays at 17. And the rebound secured by Wade is Henry Clay. Only 3 points in the first 4.5 minutes of the stanza, and a travel ensues.
Yeah, really good job there getting the ball in the middle, but what you saw is Darrington's wanting to come out. Rhodes is going to come back in. Darrington's really tired out there, but sometimes as a head coach, you don't see that player arm go up on purpose. You're going to let her play through it a little bit, see if Rhodes can get in here and not have a silly foul to get that third foul. Oh, nice look there. Tell you what, Knowles, she just has the ability to get to the basket anytime she wants. That time made a fake pass back, pivoted around, couldn't put the ball in the basket. It's going to get back at the free throw line.
The third Henry Clay foul as Knowles for 2. Season high 25 in the win at Scott County. Young lady, an exemplary free throw shooter at 70%. And the lead now at 19.
Yeah, it's a really strong performance so far.
Now Sutton near wing, heaves a 3. And the rebound brought down by Kate Baker, and she's had a magnificent first half. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout for Frederick Douglass. And Rick, let's keep things here and talk more about Kate Baker.
I tell you what, Kate Baker does a little bit of everything. You saw her get a rebound there. She has a nice little running floater. She's hit threes tonight. She does everything on the court that you want your point guard to do. She's such an important factor in this game. And I tell you what, I've been really impressed with her, just the way she's played. And again, the interesting thing with Kate is right now she is only averaging 3.8 points per game. Now, I think our stats are about 2 games behind. But at the same time, she had a big game the other night. But scoring is not the only thing that you need Kate Baker to do, and right now I'm really impressed with the way she's playing tonight, especially this team getting this lead with Nia Rhodes having two fouls and not playing most of the game. Very impressive night for Douglas. Henry Clay's got to figure out a way to get back into this game, and they've got a way to figure out a way to stop Darrington and Knowles down inside.
Danger territory here as we near the 3-minute mark of the first half. Baker around the horn. That's a left-handed 3. Was that Peyton Oakley? No, excuse me, that's Reagan Gregonis that was off the mark.
Yeah. You know what I like Coach Mobberly there? He said, keep shooting that. That's a good shot. I mean, she had a good shot. Kate Baker gave up her shot, threw it to wide open. And we've seen last year, we saw Reagan hit some of those shots. We've seen her in JV games last year hit big shots. So she can do it. But Coach just gave her that nod. Go ahead and shoot that ball.
Wade over to Miller. Miller right through the defender. And a strong take resulting in a Frederick Douglass foul.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. If you're smaller, you want to go right at Darrington, make her foul. You see if you can't get her on the bench there.
Three off the inbound, and Lydia Van Meter, her second made triple.
Yeah, Van Meter's got a nice shot out there. She's, like you said, Henry Clay has some good shots that's just rattle around, but that one went in.
Lead at 16. Gregonis going to heed coach's advice and knocks it in.
I tell you what, when your coach gives you that confidence you have in them, it makes all the difference in the world.
19-point Bronco lead. It matches a game high. Miller through contact, coughed it up. There's Gregonis. Back over to Nia Rhodes, who's been on the bench a long while. Kate Baker. Perhaps in between decisions there up top.
Yeah. You know, again, sometimes that happens, and then what you do is you just forget about that one, move the ball on down the court. But that one, yeah, she should have maybe done a pump fake and moved it around.
Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Herald Leader sports columnist Jared Peck. Busy night of high school basketball. Van Meter with the hot hand off the heel. And the rebound lassoed by Knowles. A 19-point Bronco lead, and Gregonis denied in the open floor. And a Miller foul.
I think that's her third. Yeah, that's one thing you just didn't want. She played a long time without getting that third one, but boy, that one just don't reach in.
Fourth team Clay foul. So 2 free throws the rest of the way. Is that one off the mark from Gregonis? Broncos back in action tomorrow, 9 p.m. game. We'll take on Butler, who is a perennial power in Louisville's 6th region. That game at Franklin County, part of an all-day tournament in Frankfort. Sutton the trailer. Nice scoop shot, and it stays off.
Just wouldn't go in there. Knowles is kind of raising her hand up. That's one of those where the referee kind of anticipated the foul call, got it, but boy, if Henry Clay could have rolled that ball in, try to cut into this 20-point lead or deficit for them.
Little clever shot by Sutton. Free throw falls in. Ariana now with 3. Broncos led after 118-9. That one pops out. And credit Sutton for getting it back again, though, and going to pinball out. It will belong to the Broncos.
Yeah, you saw that time Henry Clay had 3 different possessions to get that ball up to the basket, and that's what Coach Mobberly's not pleased with. These girls got a rebound in there.
Now Baker be occupied up top by Sutton on that Al Pruitt Gymnasium logo. Underneath Darrington, nice catch, maintained her pivot foot, and draws a foul.
I'll tell you what, there's going to be some night where Darrington's going to get about 50 or 60 points, because right now those little layups just aren't going in. But we've seen it before where she hits all of those. But boy, she's such a factor on the inside.
She is just an unbelievable double-double.
She's a machine.
Threat every night is that first free throw while you were away wide to the right. And the Broncos now enjoy a game-high margin of 20. Nice whip-around pass from Allie Stone. Emily Johnson tries a 3. No. And Nia Rhodes collects the backside rebound for the Broncos. And Rhodes up.
She is so good at that. She just takes one step back and hits that 3, and she's been quiet tonight, but boy, great play there.
Broncos' third made 3, and the answer at the other end is Van Meter. That's her 7th and 8th point.
Yeah, Van Meter has been the only answer tonight so far for this Henry Clay Blue Devil team.
Perhaps the Broncos will hang on to it for one final attempt as Rhodes gonna handle. Dumps it down low, and Darrington backside tie up Sutton, and the arrow will stay with the Broncos.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if they do hold for one here. They're going to get Darrington out of there. Just you don't want to get a silly foul at the end of the half. This is who you want to have the ball.
Rhodes back to Baker. Broncos razor sharp in this first half. Sutton, excellent effort on the floor. Floats it ahead to Stone. And the conversion goes. It's going to count at the buzzer.
Van Meter.
Lydia Van Meter, her 10th point to wrap up the first half. But credit Sutton, Rick, for digging that loose ball out on the floor.
Yeah, played really good defense there. You're down 20 points. You could just give up, but was able to get it. Goes down on the floor, able to make a pass out. They missed the layup, but Van Meter just was right there to put it back with no time on the clock to get this down to a 39-20 halftime game.
Broncos in full control. More coverage of high school basketball, Central Kentucky high school basketball, when we come right back after this.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Rick Reams with Glycod back here at Henry Clay High School as the Douglas Broncos are leading 39-20 over Henry Clay. Here with columnist Jared Peck from the Herald Leader. And Jared, let's first talk about locally. Let's talk about the girls game. We're calling this tonight. Tell me a little bit about what you've seen about the local girls teams.
Well, Douglas is probably – I would say this team right here, when they're playing the way they're playing right now, is probably the favorite to repeat in the 11th. Franklin County, who I'm going to probably see tomorrow, has got to be right up there because of Joey Thacker and what he does every year in and year out. This Henry Clay team is not bad. They're running into a buzzsaw tonight, but this is also one of the top teams in the 11th region. They just happen to be back in the 42nd district. And then, it's a grab bag from there. I think Madison Southern and Madison Central are both good. Bryan Station upset Madison Southern the other night. They'll be a factor a little bit in the 42nd. But, I think Franklin County and Douglas look like the class of the field right now.
this Douglas team, they go down. You and I talked pregame. You know, these holiday tournaments they're not new, but I'm an old guy. They're newer to me. And you see a Douglas team goes down to South Carolina, win 3 games against out-of-state competition. Talk to me a little bit about not only going out of town, but even in-state. What do these holiday tournaments mean to these kids?
Well, it's a chance to see where you are. Because they play a lot of top-ranked teams. You know, Lexington Catholic's tournament attracts a lot of top-ranked teams. And then, you know, when you go out of state, you're playing in a tournament that has, you know, some highly ranked teams that are in other states. And you just kind of got to see, you know, what you're made of. I mean, Douglas had to test themselves against, you know, George Rogers Clark a couple of times. George Rogers Clark won the Lexington Catholic tournament, and, you know, Douglas went down to Clark and took kind of a beating there. But, I mean, this is the time to find out. This is the time to see what you are and see what you need to work on for the next 2 months when you might see those teams again and get ready for the postseason.
Let's talk now about, you told me you went down to Wayland to see that game. Talk to me about that experience, first of all. I don't even want to know about the game. I just want to know, first of all, about the experience of that gym.
Well, they said it seated 300, and I think they filled that. I mean, they were packed in every corner. The upper deck used to have bleachers, but they took those out to put trophy cases for the Hall of Fame there. So if you saw my tweets and you saw the photographs package we had, the floor is brilliantly shiny and dark. When you bounce the ball in there, it produces that, when you're alone, it produces that nice echo, like, you know, it just taking you back to the 50s when Kelly Coleman was there. It just feels historic. And, you know, it's a little narrower than the field, the court we have here. It's about 4 feet narrower, but it's the same length. But because everybody's on top of it, it just feels really small. But, you know, in Lyon County in there, it's just, you know, there's a bunch of hamsters in going crazy.
Let's talk about that Lyon County team, because I think a lot of people thought they're a one-man show. They're not going to really be able to win games. They come up to Catholic, they win that. Talk to me about this team.
Well, Jack Reddick is a Division I player, and I think Brady Shoulders is a Division I player, and that's the other 2 guys with Travis Perry. And their 4 and 5 guys are better than your 4 and 5 guys, just absolutely positively. And they run. I mean, they could average 100 points a game. I mean, I think they're averaging probably 85, but they go. They get the ball and go. And if you're not ready for it, you're going to be down 20 really, really fast. Floyd Central played them in that Wayland gym, and they played out of their minds. They shot 54% in the first half, and they were down 14 at half because it was 60-46. Lyon County is a show.
Well, I tell you what, it's going to be an exciting rest. We're talking about March, and we're only in January. But thanks so much for being here tonight, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Henry Clay High School, just underway here in this second half as Frederick Douglass enjoying a 19-point lead.
A lot of action in the first 30 seconds here. Henry Clay started with an air ball and then a Douglass turnover.
This Henry Clay bunch, winners of 4 in a row, but tonight they have been mismatched, if you will, by Frederick Douglass. Broncos razor sharp from the outset. Nice pass underneath Van Meter. Could not get it to crawl in.
Yeah, Knowles with good defense there. Not sure if she got the block, but she definitely caused that ball to be changed.
Rhodes floater in the lane and a crafty basket.
Yeah, I think you're going to see her take over here in the second half. Didn't have much opportunity in the first half due to foul trouble, but really good play there.
Rhodes with 7. As Rick mentioned, 2 early fouls really limited her minutes, and Rhodes from a Darrington pass lays it in for 2 more.
Really, really strong start again, up to 23 points right now. Just a manhandling right now by this Douglass defense.
These two teams certainly have all the makings of facing one another in the district tournament next month, and a foul after a hard Knowles rebound.
Chris, you talked about it in the first half, but Knowles really needs to learn, and Darrington to keep that ball up. They're taller than everyone else, and they're going to – so they're really going to have to get in there and really do that. But, I mean, we're nitpicking right now. They're up 23 points, but just things to work on as the year goes on.
Kate Baker will handle for the Broncos. We've got the Broncos, Henry Clay, and Bryan Station. Perhaps 3 of the top teams in the district, and they're in the midst of a round robin, if you will. Tuesday, Douglass will host Station, and then 1 week from tonight, Clay is at Bryan Station. We'll have all of those covered right here on Glycod. Sutton up top. Skip pass, and now a 3 ball off the mark. That was a nice look from Wade. Couldn't get it to go in. And Knowles swallows up Miller's shot. Rhodes sets into a 3. And guess who with a putback and a Henry Clay foul.
I tell you what, Darrington and Knowles, but Darrington tonight is so active underneath the basket, getting rebounds, getting open. That's the mismatch that we talked about. Henry Clay just has no size to match up to Darrington.
Second foul this quarter on Henry Clay as Darrington back to the foul line. 15 first half points to go along with 13 rebounds. .26 Bronco lead.
Good ball movement by Henry Clay.
Sims had a crease, able to get it back, and the whistle blows. And a Bronco foul.
Yeah, called that one on Knowles. Knowles just needs to keep her hands up there. She's kind of trapped underneath the basket. Really, Sims had no place to go and kind of bailed her out on that foul call.
So Sims for a pair. Take a look at your first half stats presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Rather a traditional bank. Who you bank with matters. +9 on the backboard for Henry Clay. For Douglas, excuse me.
Yeah, and that's where Douglas really wanted to handle this game.
Rhodes had that shot partially blocked by Wade on the closeout.
Yeah, really good defense there by Wade.
Lofton, a block shot.
Another block.
Nelson unable to get it over the length as the Broncos in full command. And a trip from behind whistled on Sutton of Henry Clay.
This is one of those nights where just nothing's going right for Henry Clay. They're trying to bring all kinds of different players in, trying to get a combination that will act. We're seeing Brinley Dumford for the first time tonight. Nice pass into Darrington off an inbounds play. Kate Baker triggered that, gets the assist. Beautiful pass there to go up 26.
Off the mark from Sims. Now Ella Bolden is on the floor, and she'll be fouled by Emily Johnson.
Called the walk on her before she got fouled, Chris. I think she walked because she got fouled, but they gave her the steps called first.
It's 5-foot freshman number 5, Brinley Dumford, is on the floor for Henry Clay. Entry to Miller, nice pass, Sims, and Darrington on the backside. Pokes it out of play.
I think she's decided to go for a triple-double tonight, Chris. She's going to add blocks to that. Really impressive game.
Well, her ability, she is controlling it in all facets. Wade tries to eye it in a little bit short. Wade again. Not been her night thus far.
No, it hasn't. She's not been able to get that shot to fall. Good hustle out there. Both teams on the ground. You got to give both players or both teams that.
It's going to be a Bronco ball on the arrow. With 4:05 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this Douglas team's really come out with an impressive performance.
26-point lead and an infraction on the near sideline.
Yeah, Kate Baker stepped out of bounds, tried to get that ball from Darrington, but didn't have enough room and caught that sideline.
Back to Dumford up top, and Rhodes swipes in. Up for 2 more.
Yeah, they've gone to a 1-2-2 zone right now, trying to look like more like a 2-3, but they're really trying to change things up tonight, working on some things that Henry Clay just, as we said, has no answer.
Off the foot of Dumford, and a Bronco foul.
Call that one on Kate Baker. She got hit in the face and got a foul. That's always frustrating.
Baker having a very solid night. 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting, including 2 of 3 from three-point range. It's Wade in the corner, nice entry. Now Sutton again, all that length, every pass is contested.
Yeah. Henry Clay has pretty much brought in most of their JV players at this point right now. Kind of get everyone a little bit of experience in a big city ball game.
There's Emily Johnson averaging 8 on the year, been held scoreless thus far. Sims with the basket and a clever pass from Ariana Sutton.
Yeah, nice pass, nice job by Sims. Got big in there and was able to turn and put it in the basket.
Sims with her first field goal. There's the Broncos plus a bunch here as we tiptoe under 3 minutes in the third. Rhodes on a step back, no. And Dumford able to corral the loose ball for Henry Clay.
Well, I tell you what, Rhodes usually hits that step back there.
Sims again, really been a focal point of Clay in the offense here in this quarter.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really good job getting the ball to her, using her size.
Johnson well long with that. Knowles sachets ahead now to Darrington. And possession going to flop to the Blue Devils.
Yeah, just the pass was just a little bit in front, and I have to know who you're passing that ball to. Right now, Douglas is going to get some different players in also. Henry Clay looks like they were just getting some of their starters a rest, going to come back in with this 50-24 deficit.
And if you're Henry Clay, what do you want to work on here in the remaining 10 minutes of this game?
Well, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're working on getting your players open. We saw Sims get open right there. That's what you want to see. You want to see her be able to get inside, use that inside game. You're not going to probably come back and win this game, but you got to get better at some aspect of your game that you've not been playing as much.
Rhodes from Bennett. Basket goes again.
Tell you what, she is the old microwave. She gets hot, and watch out.
That's what they used to call Vinnie Johnson.
Yes, Vinnie Johnson.
Ex-Detroit Piston. 29-point Bronco lead. This will be Frederick Douglass's 9th win of the year against 4 losses. And Henry Clay will fall to 10-4 as Sims muscles it up through contact.
And that's what Sims needs to do. She's got a little bigger frame on her. Use that muscle. Get inside there. They don't have a whole lot of height or size, but, boy, she's doing a really good job in this quarter getting the ball inside. Now just put the ball in the basket from the free throw line.
Tamari Miller back in for Henry Clay, and number 12, Amaya Maxwell, 5'9" junior, and original starter will shuttle back in for the Broncos. Sims now with 4. Broncos seeking a 30-point lead and an unforced miscue on Bennett.
Yeah, and that's what right now, that's what Douglas is trying to do, trying to get some of their players that don't have as much time to get in and not make mistakes like she did there.
Nice hands. Outlet pass, there is Rhodes. Found the trailer, Amaya Maxwell, and coughed it up, and Sims misfiring on her opportunity. Oh, and Rhodes denied by Wade.
Good defense by Wade. She's done that twice.
There's Wade coming up the floor, and Wade, the 7th grader, with a rejection.
Tell you what, she's a really good ball player, but I tell you, 7th grade, I'm really impressed just being out here. That's asking a lot playing against these older girls, but you can tell she's played this game. She has confidence. She's just not getting her shot to fall tonight.
There is McKaylee Bennett through Dumford off. And the arrow going to flip back to Henry Clay.
So as you would figure in a game like this, it's getting a little bit sloppy. Both these teams come out kind of trying some different things and have some different combinations out there on the court.
Sutton bounces it in the corner. 40 seconds in this 3rd period. This game has been controlled by Frederick Douglass from the outset, and a crafty take by Wade.
Tell you what, if your outside shot's not going, Wade did a really smart thing. Take that ball inside and see if you can put it in the basket.
28 seconds left. Tamia Wade, her first field goal. Gorgonis, left-hand floater. Maxwell well long with that, but there's Bennett on the backside. Now Rhodes floats it long. And Henry Clay rushing it up. Sutton heaves, and that's going to take us to the 4th. A Douglas win, 8 minutes away. They're in full control over Henry Clay on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Eight minutes remain as Frederick Douglass well on their way to an impressive win tonight. They lead Henry Clay 53-26. Special thanks to Meyer for their support of Central Kentucky High School athletics on Glycod. You can visit their Hamburg store for any of your shopping needs. Meyer, a proud community supporter of high school athletics on Glycod.
This is exactly what this Douglas team needed to do. Needed to come out. Had a really big win against Sayre the other night. Sayre's not quite the team right now that Henry Clay is, so to get this victory tonight is a big deal. Douglas coming out running a little bit different offense right now.
Some new faces out there, some new numbers, a couple of whom we don't have. Number 14, and then there's a number 34. Don't have either of those student athletes.
We may have, I have one from the KSHA 14, maybe Iona Adkins.
Thank you, Rick.
All right, we'll go with that. I still don't have 34, and we apologize for that. I would love to get her name on here. But again, Iona Adkins.
7:34 left. There's Tamari Miller baseline, and she stepped on the baseline.
Again, a face of the future. Atkins is just an 8th grader out there playing in this varsity game.
I think whatever message the Broncos took from that earlier loss, it was received.
Absolutely. And that's one of those, this is what you want to come out and do to avenge that loss, not squeak by.
Rhodes floats it from the foul line, and coming back for the rebound is Wade.
Yeah, Rhodes has just been a little bit off tonight.
3 in the corner, and it's in for Miller.
Yeah, Miller, I tell you what, you can tell she's really a nice athlete there, really got that shot up. Nice shot from the corner.
Miller with 11, leading score tonight for Henry Clay with 6:50 on the fourth quarter timer.
You're going to give Henry Clay credit. They're not quitting on defense. They're playing hard. Van Meter out there all over the court, putting pressure.
Nice entry, and the basket goes.
Nice pass there by Atkins.
Number 34 is Miami King.
I like that name.
To confirm, it's number 34, Miami King.
Oh.
And a double dribble.
Yeah, Gregonis, you know, I love to watch coaches on the sideline because Coach Mobberly's trying to be happy, but, boy, he's frustrated by that turnover. They're up 25. But I understand it's a coaching moment. You know, Gregonis is going to have to be out there in some big games, and he doesn't want her to make that mistake now and repeat that later.
25-point lead. Had a discrepancy between our score and the master score here. We'll go with the master with 6:13 left. Miller again in the corner trying to heat up late, and King snatches the rebound.
Oh, Atkins, nice shot. Gave her a 3 there. I think they'd go back on the replay and maybe give her a 2, but she'll take that three-pointer. Good shot by the 8th grader.
58-30, and a carry as 2 more Henry Clay Blue Devils will sub in. Great to be here tonight at Al Pruitt Gymnasium. Always very hospitable by the administration of folks here at Henry Clay High School. Look forward to being back here for the district tournament as there's a foul underneath on Wade. And really, Rick, That's a district tournament shaping up to be very competitive this year.
I tell you, it really is. You're seeing two teams out here that are going to go, and you talked about it, kind of the triad of throwing Bryan Station in there. And, you know, you just never know in the district tournament. Tates Creek, one of those teams, Lafayette, could get hot and get going. So, boy, it's going to be a fun time to see in March.
So Rhodes, one more free throw. Broncos first to 60. Van Meter lofts one. She's had a nice night, 10 points.
She has. She was really their only offense in the first half.
I think Rose might want to have that one back. She tries to initiate the offense.
Yeah, and on one thing with that, Rhodes kind of, you know, she's used to maybe playing with the starters out there where that ball may have been caught, but that one she just kind of, they were trying to get Rhodes out, and Maxwell went out instead, and so they'll try to get that changed.
Just over 5 minutes and an unforced turnover there. You talked about the triad, if you will. Take a look at our upcoming broadcast on Glycod. Doubleheaders Tuesday and Friday featuring Bryan Station, Douglas, and Henry Clay.
Going to get a good view of these teams to kind of see, first of all, is Douglas, is this the real deal, or is this just kind of a one night? And the same thing about Henry Clay. Are they going to be able to come back after this?
Dragonis, she's left-handed. That's her strong hand, and knocked it down.
Yeah, really good job there. Really have enjoyed watching her play over the past couple of years.
Dragonis now with 5 off the bench.
Nice pass.
Sure was, and Nelson found Allie Stone her first points, averaging 11 on the year.
Nice pass in there.
Here's Atkins again. And out of bounds to Henry Clay. So the 8th grader, not gun shy, if you will.
No. I'll tell you what, if you're going to get in these games, you're going to say, I'm going to shoot, I'm going to score, I'm going to try to put some points on the board. And Coach Mobberly told her the same thing, shoot that ball again.
Well, he mentioned the same to Reagan Dragonis earlier, and I don't think Coach wants it any other way.
Right. And if you're a player, that's who you want to play for, a coach that tells you to keep on shooting.
Johnson spins in a corner 3.
Nice play there. I tell you what, this Henry Clay offense has moved the ball much better in the second half, albeit not against Douglas starters, but that could pay dividends down on.
62-35, and Wade with the deflection.
Tell you what, Atkins really handles the ball very well. Sometimes she gets a little bit deep, but been impressed with this 8th grader tonight also.
Deflected out by Nelson. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, Rick will have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. One student athlete from each team will be recognized for their achievements this evening. That's going to be a little bit off the mark. That was Navia Major, the 8th grader, 5'6", 8th grader that couldn't connect, and the held ball will keep it with Douglas.
Yeah, right now you're seeing the Douglas team of the future out here, and these games are really important to get these girls some varsity experience.
And a Henry Clay foul. Add 1 to the tallies. We take a look at the Bronco upcoming schedule. Again, back in action tomorrow. It's a 9 o'clock game at Franklin versus Butler before 2 home games, and then followed with a Notre Dame Academy game as well.
You talked about the fact that this Butler team has a UK signee. It's going to be a good test for this Broncos team, and I think that's one reason you're seeing a lot of their players right now resting, because that's a 9 o'clock late tip tomorrow night.
Well, you heard Coach Mobberly in your discussion, Rick, talking about the importance of playing these games.
Yes.
He's not going to shy away from competition.
I love the fact that he says some coaches want the coach of the year by playing easy teams, and he's not going to do that. So very, very impressed by him.
Held ball, arrow back to Henry Clay. And both these teams, Ashley Gerard mentioned in the pregame conversation as well, their ultimate goal, the Sweet 16 in Rupp Arena. And you don't get there by playing patsies.
No, you don't. Those games really don't help you any at all.
There's a run out. That's Major, a little bit short. Ricocheted around under there a couple of times, and the whistle blows.
Really nice passing in the interior there, getting the ball around and getting to the free throw line.
Carolyn Young is in for Henry Clay. She'll occupy the spot across from the basket there to your right.
Like Peyton Okerly is at the free throw line. Number 1.
Okerly, 5'8" freshman. And that stays in.
Coach Mobberly gave her a little free throw talk right there, told her to bend those knees, get a little arch, and ball rolled in for her. Great job.
You're very passionate about free throws. I've noticed that.
Being a terrible free throw shooter, I really am, and I feel for kids that have that difficulty. But, free throws are a lot with your legs, and I guess maybe I didn't have the legs to do it.
Oh my, a little bit out of sorts there. That was Layla Hudspeth that was out of sorts. Atkins off the mark. Van Meter brings down the rebound for Henry Clay.
Oh, good hustle there. Really good job to anticipate that pass by Atkins.
Possession going to stay with the Blue Devils.
Nice pass.
And Lydia Van Meter on the board for the first field goal for her in this second half.
Yeah, Carolyn Young found her and really nice pass, and Van Meter put it in the basket.
28-point lead. Atkins, a volume shooter in short minutes as that shot is off from Hudspeth. And with 2 minutes left, Henry Clay into forecourt. Van Meter, a little bit long.
Going to push it up the court.
Nice follow, though.
Yes.
Okerly kissed it in.
Good job. Atkins couldn't get it in. Okerly didn't give up, found that ball and put it in the basket.
Lead swells to 30. Broncos now right on their season average at 67 points per game. That's
nice.
Number 50, Carolyn Young, the sophomore, that knocked it in.
Yeah, nice pass into her.
See what the Broncos want to do here in the final possession. It's a jump shot long from Atkins.
I think we got a pretty good idea what they're going to do, Chris.
What's her role? Shoot.
Yep, designated shooter. That's a nice role to have.
Sutton off the mark. And going to be out of bounds. Take a look while we can at the upcoming Henry Clay slate. Little break. They'll take on Lafayette on Wednesday. That's actually a road game before the trip to Bryan Station and Sayre.
Yeah, they're going to have to regroup after tonight. This is one of those games, Chris, you just got to put out of your mind. You can't do anything to change what happened, but you can grow from it, and that's what you have to do if you're Henry Clay.
Under a minute now, Broncos have led throughout. A very impressive performance as they're going to improve to 9-4 on the season. And really curious to see how that score tomorrow against Butler unfolds. Butler, a perennial power in the 6th region.
Yeah, and Douglas has some players that are hurt. I'm not sure. We saw last year a lot. Victory Sledge play a lot. She's got her knee brace on. Not sure how long she's going to be out. A couple players on crutches. And Henry Clay talked about they have some players, seniors, that are hurt. So these teams could be totally different when the postseason comes if these players can get off those injuries and get back in.
Tamia Wade to the basket. She'll be fouled and shoot 2. Well, you're getting to the point of the year with peak flu season and winter and cold months and all that. A lot of factors here, the dog days of the midst of the basketball season. As Wade one more. So Hudspeth, 5'3", 8th grader, will handle it up top. And now it's Atkins. And there she goes. Back outside, and the Broncos as they've done much of the evening, get the offensive rebound.
Nice move.
Great take by Major.
Yeah, another 8th grader, very impressive. She's not afraid of the big lights right now either.
There's Van Meter bobbling it up the floor. Last possession of the game. Van Meter blocked, and that's going to wrap things up. The 69-40 final score. Frederick Douglass defeats Henry Clay. 2 class programs, 2 great head coaches will meet at the scorers table. Broncos win 69-40. We're back after this on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Back live to Henry Clay High School in Lexington. All Douglas tonight in girls high school basketball action, 69-40. And Rick, this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, I tell you what, Douglas came out first of the game. We talked about it, keys to the game. They needed to rebound. They needed to come out, start fast. And then Henry Clay needed to control the tempo, and they needed to control the pressure. And they just couldn't handle either, Chris.
This Bronco team tested a little bit. They've had some adversity earlier in the season, and it seems like they're really starting to hit their stride.
Well, I like what Jared Peck said. He said, this Bronco team tonight could repeat in the 11th, and I saw that. But if you saw them earlier in the year, you talked about it. Coach Mobberly talked about it, the internal problems they have, how this trip has helped them. And, boy, I tell you what, tonight, you know, they win. The big win was almost 80 points against Sayre the other night. Win this big win, get a revenge 29-point win against Henry Clay. I tell you what, very impressive night by this Douglas team.
Ayanna Darrington, 20 points, 17 rebounds. Nia Rose, only 18 minutes of action. She was hampered by fouls, finishes with 16 points. And then you've got 8 for Kate Baker, 6 for Reagan Gregonis. And then for Henry Clay, only one player in double figures. It was Lydia Van Meter on 5 of 14 shooting, finished with 12 points. Tamari Miller on 4 of 10 from the floor, finished with 9 points. So the Broncos move on. They're going to win tonight, 69-40. They are 9-4 on the season. We will take a quick break, update the ticker, and have our most outstanding player presented by Elite Building Products. That on the way back from Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Back to Henry Clay High School in Lexington. Final score, Frederick Douglass a winner. 69-40 now for a look at your most outstanding players, presented by Elite Building Products, and hard to go wrong with 20 points, 17 rebounds.
Yeah, Darrington, she was the answer out there. Henry Clay had no answers. They kept on going to her, played on both ends of the court. And then kind of a surprising one, I think, for some people. But we saw in the second half, Chris, you said, what can Henry Clay do? And Henry Clay found something in Amari Sims. She was able to get big underneath the basket and was able to get some points. Only had 5 points and 3 rebounds. But I tell you what, the one thing I took away from that is that's something to build on. And when you get beat by 29 points on your home court, you've got to find something to build on.
Well, and doing that in only 8 minutes of action as well.
And that's the thing. I think you found something in there. We talked about it. She has a bigger frame. She has the size that no one else on this team had. They talked about the fact they play 5 guards. Well, right now you have someone that can give you a little bit of an inside presence, and that's my takeaway from Henry Clay
Well,
tonight.
and positives, I think Lydia Van Meter,
Yes.
shot the ball well, had 12 points, and Miller hampered by fouls but didn't stop all night long when she was on the floor.
Well, and you know what? Let's give this whole Henry Clay team, they were behind from the get-go, but they kept on playing. They played offense. They played defense. Some of their younger players came in and played well. So, this is a tough nut to crack, a tough loss to take, but at the same time, you can't dwell on this. You got to keep on going. And then this Douglas team, a tough game tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
Take a look one more time at your final numbers presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. 3-point shooting, neither team shot very well. Henry Clay abysmal, 4 of 26 from 3. And then rebounding, always important when you're playing the Broncos and Douglas plus 10.
And Coach Mobberly talked about that. He said, we got beat on the boards, we got out-hustled, and we got a shot in the mouth at home, and we didn't answer. And tonight, Chris, they didn't wait for that shot. They took it off from the get-go, and they get that rebound battle by 10.
We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. A great doubleheader on tap at the Farm, the Bryan Station and Frederick Douglass. Coverage starts at 5:30 for the girl-boy doubleheader. Then back in action for a lot of games on Friday. Doubleheader, Henry Clay, Bryan Station. Then the Douglass boys will host Scott County, coached by Tim Glenn. So that'll do it for us. For Rick Reams, I'm Chris LeBar. Good night from Henry Clay High School in Lexington. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod. Good night.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires. From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.